may be seated. Good evening. My name is Julia Scarton, and I'm the Senior Class Secretary and Moderator of the Executive Council. This fall, I'm headed to the University of Florida. I'm both honored and humbled to welcome you all to the 2023 Peters Township High School Commencement Ceremony. Before we begin, please take a moment to observe the marked exits from the stadium. In the case we need to evacuate the stadium for an emergency, please make sure all exits are utilized. Additionally, we kindly request that you turn all cell phones to airplane mode at this time. The 5G frequency of our phones can interfere with the microphones and sound system we are using for today's event as they operate on similar frequencies. Again, please put all cell phones in airplane mode. We greatly appreciate your support. We would like to extend our many thanks to the family and friends present tonight who have supported us along the journey. I would also like to thank our wonderful school board and administration members. Joining me on stage is the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Janine French, and the Board of Schools Director, led by Board President, Mr. Thomas McMurray, and Vice President, Mrs. Rebecca Bowman, and Directors, Mrs. Minna Allison, Mrs. Lisa Anderson, Mr. Rolf Briegel, Mr. Ronald Dunleavy, Mrs. Jennifer Grossman, Dr. Sherry Payne, and Mr. Daniel Taylor. Tonight, as we commemorate the graduation of all 288 students in the class of 2023, we recognize your compassionate leadership and promotion of academic excellence. Thank you. Continuing with the common theme, we would also like a time to recognize all of those individuals who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to guarantee that tonight runs smoothly. Our media and tech teams, including our partners at Channel 7, the clerical assistants, maintenance and custodial staff, Dr. Pavlik, our building principal, Dr. Lesnett, and Mrs. Conroy, our assistant principals, Mrs. Steffen, our Dean of Counseling Service, and the high school counselors. Many, many thank yous. I would like to welcome the following graduating seniors to come to the front for the singing of our national anthem, followed by the Peters Township alma mater. William Balliard, Michaela Bear, Christian Berklebach, Sophia Blasey, Malia Bodie, Mackenzie Bowl, Antonia Bondi, Marissa Bush, Aiden Donachie, Aiden Green, Emma Hardy, Caitlin Hillebrand, Harley Heisen, Colby Hughes, Layla Landis, Jules May, Connor McElhaney, Emma Meehoke, Nevaeh Morris, Kelly O'Connor, Britton Oglesby, Tess Phillips, Mason Schultz, James Scrupa, Jackson Spiteri, Grace Trax, and Francesca Zampetti. Please rise and remove your hats.
Stripes
You may be seated. I now have the pleasure of introducing Ryan Deegan.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and honored guests. I am Ryan Deegan, Senior Class Treasurer and Treasurer of the Executive Council. I am headed to Clemson University in the fall. I would like to introduce our speakers. Every year at commencement, our senior class president addresses the class and the 50-year graduates. In addition, we select a student speaker to represent the senior class. Following our student speakers, we will hear from Dr. Pavlik, our building principal, and Dr. French, our superintendent. I would like to welcome our senior class president, Roman Costanza, followed by the class of 2023 student speaker, Bliss Plummer.
Hello, class of 2023. I'm Roman Costanza. This fall, I'll be attending Franklin and Marshall College. I was honored to serve as your class president this past school year. I'd like to start off with a quote from one of my favorite Disney movies, Ratatouille. If you focus on what you left behind, you will never be able to see what lies ahead. I know that we are going to be experiencing one of the biggest changes in our lives to this point, but we must not be set back on what we are losing, but look ahead to what we are gaining. High school is only 4 years of our lives, but truly one of the biggest. It is so great to see everyone here today, and I'm extremely confident in everything that we are going to do once we leave PT. Everyone who is sitting here today has the potential to do something great and make a difference in this world. Over these past 4 years, we've gone through so many changes, from being nervous freshmen to learning fully remote to finally being in our caps and gowns and saying goodbye. With all the diverse and different backgrounds and personalities, we have all come together one last time to celebrate ourselves, our friends, and our beloved school. As I look around, I see doctors, artists, athletes, scientists, lawyers, and so much more in this class. This moment also reminds me of the last time we were together as a whole class at the Senior Sunrise, when the year was fresh and we had so many fun activities to look forward to in our senior year. Or back to our McMurray days, when our world was still so new and all of us had so much to accomplish. Also sophomore year, whenever every morning our assignment was to log into Canvas for a call on Big Blue Button. Don't forget the 8th grade dance and homecoming dances where we all got dressed up just to rock it out on the dance floor. These moments and so many others will shape who we become and also shape who we are today. We are such a unique and special class with so many talents and abilities, and today we come together to share this special moment. I can stand here proudly and smile at the success we have achieved here at PT and the success that is there to come for all of us. No matter who you were friends with or who you had classes with, we were united, even if you didn't realize it. For years to come, we will remember our friends, teachers, coaches, and everyone who worked every day to make coming to school feel like we were walking into a second home. A special thank you to them. Like I stated earlier, let's not look back on what we are losing, but look ahead to tomorrow as a new day to kick off the next exciting chapters of our lives and keep these memories of high school in our hearts. Before I close out my speech, I'd like to thank our 50-year class of 1973 for attending our commencement. I would like to invite them to stand and be recognized at this time. One day, 50 years from now, I hope we all have the opportunity to be sitting just like they are, reminiscing on all the good times we had in high school and how it led us to where we will go in our lives. I am confident of the great accomplishments that this class can achieve, and I know that each one of us can make this world a better place. So why don't we just go out and do it? Let us say one last thank you to our friends, families, teachers, coaches, community, and school staff for the sacrifices that they have made for us from kindergarten to now, because without them, none of us will be where we are today. And thank you, class of 2023, for everything. I would like to welcome our student speaker, Bliss Plummer, to the stage.
Let me make a toast to the students who are graduating from Peters Township, to their families, friends, teachers, faculty, and everyone who is here and with us today. Today is a great day. We get to see the people we care about, and we get to celebrate this important feat we've all accomplished. Today marks the end of one of the most important chapters of our lives. However, the next chapter is the real beginning to each of our stories. We are all gathered here today, on cloud 9, ready to take on the world. We did it. We just finished high school. We're moving on. We're geared up with the knowledge and skills, ready for the battles ahead. But as we begin to move forward, let's look back on all that we've been through together. Growing up is not a simple process. It's been a long journey filled with many ups and downs. We've all experienced rough patches, wondering what we're doing wrong and if it's going to get better, but we've also experienced great moments, moments of pure bliss. It's these hard times and good times that have made us who we are, giving us both strength and compassion. Roy T. Bennett said, "Life is about accepting the challenges along the way, choosing to keep moving forward and savoring the journey." Life goes on no matter what, so it's up to us to make the most of it and enjoy it. Take a minute to look around. We are all in this together. You do not have to face your battles alone. Someday, we'll look back and understand the tremendous support we've had from everyone in this community. The heart of Peters Township is to give each future generation everything they need to succeed in their life journey. Even with all of this support, it is up to us to take responsibility for our own growth and decisions. The diversity of our personalities is our strength. Some of us are athletes, some of us are musicians, some of us are writers. God has blessed us each with a unique array of gifts, and we need to use these gifts to better ourselves. People will tell you to strive for perfection, but perfection's not possible. Instead, strive to become who you were meant to be. Our talents are what separates us from one another, but they're also what brings us together. As adults, we get to set our own goals, and we're gonna make mistakes. Our successes and our failures will help mold us into our true selves. As a class, we've had so many accomplishments. The students of Peters Township have worked hard, many having received individual scholarships. The athletes here have fiercely trained, some of which have advanced to the championships of their sports. The media department students here have won countless awards at the student festivals, and the art students here who've participated and placed in many art tests. Our class has accomplished so many difficult trials. We got through COVID together. We had a whole year of school at home. We even had to do those horrible Zoom calls. Shout out to the 2-hour chemistry lectures I had at 7:35 every day. We are the first generation that had to complete high school during a global pandemic. I'm sure no one here will forget the first couple of weeks, not knowing what's going on or what things are going to be like. And do you remember how we had to learn a whole new high school in the middle of that year? We faced it all. Completing finals, we've done it. AP exams, we've done it too. Deciding what we're doing with the rest of our lives, we're getting there. But no matter what, we've grown and learned so much together, and we have a lifetime more of it coming. My fellow graduates, as we dive headfirst into this new phase of our lives, let us embrace the journey ahead with courage and determination. Trust in the Lord with all of your heart, and lean not into your own understanding. In all of your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. Let's use our knowledge to help propel us forward so we can complete what we were put on this earth for. Never forget the love and support that has brought us to this moment. We should be beyond grateful for everyone who has been by our side on this journey. To our teachers that helped us when we were falling behind, to our families that have been by our side through it all, to our friends who helped us stay true to ourselves, and to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for blessing us with so many opportunities. Congratulations to every one of you. I look forward to watching all the incredible things that we will achieve in our years to come. Success is different for everyone. It's not about how much money you make, but it's about the legacy you leave. We are the future, so let's do it well. I'm so grateful and blessed to be part of this class, the class of 2023. Cheers to us. I would like to welcome Dr. Pavlik to the stage.
Good evening, graduates. As you sit here today, ready to receive your high school diplomas, I want to take a moment to reflect on the incredible journey that transformed you from anxious freshmen to confident seniors. Let's go back. August 21st, 2019, you nervously stepped into the old high school as wide-eyed newcomers. Time and extraordinary change played its game, and after a whopping 1,097 days, on August 24th, 2022, you strolled into the brand new Peters Township High School as seasoned seniors, ready to conquer your last first day of school. And hey, kudos to all of you. You were on time that day. Starbucks and Dunkin' in hand, you made it. Now let's jump ahead to last Thursday. Your final regular school day had finally arrived. While punctuality has not been your best trait all year, somehow on that day you managed to get to school before me with donuts and cornhole. You're a special group, class of 2023, and you have left a mark on Peters Township High School. Many changes have happened since 2019, but know that those experiences have made you into the accomplished group of young people sitting here today. And I am honored to have been a part of that journey. I've watched you grow and learn, overcome obstacles, and achieve incredible things. I've watched as you supported each other, lifted each other up, and showed compassion and kindness to one another. And I've watched as you figured out your next move, whether it is college, a trade, work, a gap year, or even the military. In fact, I would like to ask our two graduates who have made the honorable commitment to serve in our country's United States military to please stand. These graduates will serve in the Air Force and Navy. We salute you and thank you for your future service. As all of you move on to the next phase of your lives, I want to remind you of something that is often forgotten in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. That is, the importance of being true to yourself. You see, the world can be a noisy, chaotic, and confusing place at times. There will be countless voices clamoring for your attention, telling you what to do, who to be, and how to live your life. But amidst all of that noise, There is only one voice that really matters, and that is your own. You are unique with your own talents, passions, and dreams. You have something to offer the world that no one else can. And it is only by being true to yourself, by embracing your own voice, that you can truly make a difference in the world. So as you embark on the next phase of your journey, I challenge you to stay true to yourself. Pursue your passions with all your heart, and never let anyone tell you that you can't achieve your dreams. Take risks, make mistakes, and learn from them. Take with you the lessons you learned here at Peters Township, the power of friendship, the importance of kindness, and the value of hard work. That you are never alone, and that there is always someone who cares about you and wants to see you succeed. Finally, and most importantly, always remember that your worth is not defined by your achievements, your possessions, or even your social status, but by the person you are on the inside. I'm excited to see the incredible things that you will achieve in the years to come. So congratulations, class of 2023. Please join me in welcoming Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Janine French.
Good evening, class of 2023. I'm finishing up my 10th year here as superintendent, and I've spent the last 10 years getting to know you, being hopeful for you, being proud of you, and worrying over you. And although today is our last official day together, I will continue to be hopeful for you, to be proud of you, and to, yes, worry over you. I do know that you are well prepared for life after high school. I am mindful, though, that you are leaving us during very turbulent times. You are a generation that was born into the age of the smartphone and great advancements in technology and social media. And while these advancements have us more connected than ever, we are increasingly living our lives asynchronously through our tweets, our chats, our snaps, and our posts. And sadly, this shallow connectedness has us becoming more and more numb to the harm that our words cause to others. We can hide behind our devices and no longer look into the eyes of those we hurt. And interestingly, our own sense of being offended is becoming so greatly exacerbated that even the slightest offense is a catastrophe that warrants our rage. This is not the world that I want for you. We cannot continue on where our interactions are mostly the trading of barbs. I want better for you. You see, you and I, and all of us, have been gifted about 2 billion heartbeats to use in our lifetime. And my hope for you is that you treat each and every one of your heartbeats as precious as your first and your last. Do not waste your time on idle talk, gossip, and untruths. Use your time instead to be a leader, to be of service. Fight hard to right wrongs. Stand up for those who cannot stand up for themselves. And care enough to help those around you outrun their demons. You have what it takes to make a difference. I know this about you, and I am proud of you. Congratulations.
Good evening. On behalf of the Peters Township Board of School Directors, welcome and congratulations to the class of 2023. We wish you good luck, good health, good choices, good laughs, and much happiness and success. The members of the class of 2023 were asked to consider a faculty member that they liked, admired, respected, and in their eyes made a difference in her high school career. And select that person to offer to them words of wisdom as they embark this evening on their life's adventure. Their choice is our next speaker. Mrs. Courtney DeLoya began her post-secondary education at the University of Pittsburgh on a pre-law track. But her desire to become an educator led her to finish her bachelor's degree in secondary education at Penn State University. It was at Penn State that she completed her master's degree in learning, design, and technology. Mrs. DeLoya has been employed at Peters Township High School for 13 years, teaching government, sociology, and community service. The courses that she has had the pleasure of teaching play into her personal interests as well. Mrs. DeLoya was born and raised in Washington County and is still a proud resident. She currently resides with the loves of her life, her husband, Dr. Chad DeLoya, and two sons, Giovanni and Adrian. When she isn't reading up on the current Supreme Court opinions and reviewing upcoming election ballots in class with her students, you can find her planning her family's next travel adventure. Please give a warm welcome to Mrs. Courtney DeLoya.
Thank you so much. Good evening. Administrators, members of the Peters Township School Board, colleagues, people sitting in these stands that love these graduates dearly, class of 2023, and my fellow Americans. It is with great pleasure that I have the opportunity to speak to you this evening. This class is full of students that I know well and adore because I have had the pleasure of teaching you. It is also composed of students that I have had the pleasure of getting to know because your positive dispositions led us to conversations as we cross paths from time to time. But for those of you I haven't had the chance to meet, I hope you find these kind words speak to you as well. As a class, I have never been so impressed by a collective willingness to work together, pure excitement for one another, and the ability to mesh so many different personalities in a positive way. For that reason, I would have moved mountains to be here tonight to celebrate with such a lovely group of young people. Through your years together, you have made each other better students and better people. That is a feat to be commended. But the apple doesn't typically fall far from the tree. All the individuals in the stands tonight should be thanked for loving you, supporting you, and helping to mold and shape you into such wonderful humans. As tradition stands, I should be here to impart some words of wisdom for you to take with you in your coming days. So, class of 2023, here are some unconventional hopes that I have for all of you. I hope that you will be treated unfairly. This was a wish that the current Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, John Roberts Jr., had for his son on his graduation day. When you are treated unfairly, he said, you will understand later the importance of justice. I hope that you have found or do find yourself lonely at times. Yearning for companionship will help you cherish the friendships that you create. Life can be done alone, but one of the things that I have found is that my greatest nights and greatest cups of coffee have been shared in the company of my greatest friends. I've also found that the happiest moments of my life are with people who love me for who I am and not what I have, which is why I hope you find yourself wanting something in your life that you can't have. And should you be able to finally get what you've yearned for, I hope that you share your good fortune with everyone that you love. But I hope you fail. I hope you want something so badly and work so hard at obtaining it, and yet you fail when you try. Failure is character building. It helps you realize what is still worth working towards, because although I do believe that you can do anything that you put your mind to, sometimes you need to realize that the real fruit of your labor was the journey to your goal. I also hope that you are ridiculed in your process of failure and defeat. Not because I want you to feel deflated or bullied, but because I want you to understand what can happen if you do the same to others. If you know the sadness of ridicule and defeat, you will be more likely to help others achieve their goals and stand up for those that need your voice. And a voice is what you will need to use as you leave this small community of people that love you and move into the world. And no matter what I wish for you this evening, your life successes will ebb and flow. You're time wealthy. You have the world at your fingertips. What you do with those negative experiences will shape the people that you become. Don't harbor hostility. Celebrate good fortune. Become the good that our world needs. Choose honesty and truth. Choose friendship and kindness. Choose justice, equality, and love. As I have said with much confidence to many of you, the world is a better place because you're in it. In a TV show from the 1990s, a favorite of mine back in the day, Boy Meets World, an English teacher stood in front of his students before their graduation, giving them his words of advice. His last statement was for them to go into the world and do good. A precocious student corrected him, saying he must have meant that he wanted them to do well. With a tear in his eye, he stated that she was incorrect. He wanted them to go into the world and do good. Class of 2023, with my final statement and a tear in my eye, I ask that you go into the world and do good. Congratulations.
It's time. Are you guys ready? I know you are. We will now present the diplomas to the class of 2023. So to my right, your left, the first row seniors, please rise and proceed to the stage.
Isabella Joyce Apt. Taylor Ray Aiello. Theodore Michael Allison. Gerald Paul Altman Jr. Jaden Lee Ankoski. Nicholas James Anderson. Ava Elizabeth Ansel. Sophia Christine Anthu. Carl Erish Augustine. Cecilia Lee Bacco. Hannah Claire Baker. William Michael Balliard. Nevin Daniel Barry. Grace Lucille Barton. Jane Elizabeth Batchelder. Michaela Victoria Bayer. Mia Melissa Beaumarriage. Joseph Robert Badillion. Madison Renee Beinhauer. Blake Ethan Bennett. David Charles Bentz. Ava Marie Behringer. Samantha Jo Buick. Christian Alexander Birkelbach. Lainey Madeline Blake. Sophia Marie Blasey. Gabriella Felice Bachman. Seth Carlisle Bachman. Malia Kate Bodie. Mackenzie Catherine Bull. Shelby Lee Bonzak. Antonia Helene Bondi. Jack Thomas Brooks. Ryan Alexandra Brown. Mara Josephine Bruce. Bella Teresa Brosdowitz. Natalie Ann Bulseco. Colton Walker Bush. Marissa Catherine Bush. Maxwell Lee Caimano. Alexa Riley Camille. Anthony Ruben Campos. Isaac Daniel Capel. Gabriella Nicole Casilli. Benjamin Charles Castor. Brianna Rose Catalonia. Ashton James Chan. Bryson William Chan. Yunjo Chang. Anna Elise Atul Cholari. Elena Joyce Charino. Abigail Marie Simonel. Hannah Nicole Clark. Nathan Ezekiel Cole. Cassandra Julia Coleman. Maya Alina Copula. Carson Elizabeth Cortez. Roman Robert Costanza. Zachary James Corey. Brandon James Cullen. Nathan Wayne D'Amico. Marco Anthony Davis. Ariel Ava Marie D'Angelo. Giovanni Caesar DeChickis. Ryan Riley Deegan. Joelle Christine DeLucia. Alyssa Renee DiVentura. Michael Aloysius Devine. Nicholas Donato DeSayo.
Irene Anna Delano. Aiden Harold Donachie. Cameron France Donahue. Olivia Grace Donahue. Claire Elizabeth Drake. Jessica Rachel Dunkel. Samuel Anthony Edmonds. Porter Kenny Erb. Peyton Elise Erker. Dalton Joseph Evers. Mia Lynn Falbo. Teresa Gwendolyn Fight. Carissa Isabella Ferguson. Isabella Figueroa. Wesley Allen Forrester. Mia Catherine Fontaine. Christopher Anthony Fusco. Shay Victoria Gallagher. Shayla Lynn Gasca. Delaney Nicole Gatos. Catherine Marie Gobriel. Aaliyah Madison Glenn. Matthew Logan Gray. Aiden Joel Green. Zachary Dale Griffith. Mariko Alicia Grimm. Riley John Grudai. Isabel Christine Guna. Grace Elaine Handke. Emma Elizabeth Hardy. Rachel Elizabeth Hardy. Aiden Charles Harrison. Eric John Hart. Rebecca Lynn Harvey. Ryan Michael Hawkins. Allie Marie Henderson. Madison Six Hensler. Cameron David Harold. Reagan Elise Herdman. Brooke Logan Herford. Nolan Thomas Hilbert. Caitlin Kelly Hillebrand. Harley Helena Heisen. Catherine Grace Hogan. Madeline Mary June Holmes. Connor John Hoy. Colby James Hughes. Marley Christine Hunter. Carly Nicole Inks. L. Marie Jenkins. Finnegan Joseph Kazarowski. Brian Allen Kalinowski. Alexandra Nicole Kartsonis. Justin Patrick Kazmarski. Rhea Ketry. Nathan Joseph Klein.
Braden Adams Knight. Gianna Nicole Knight. Tyler James Kokozinski. Trevor James Kolarowski. Bailey Ann Kutajani. Brett Dale Kroboth. Grace Ann Kruger. Anthony Joseph Laballardi. Layla Grace Landis. Jacob James Langlois. Alan Leon. Cameron Marie Levy. Mason David Lewis. Cara Marie Logori. Taylor Reese Lilly. Jonathan Wayne Lynn. Alan Liu. Anna Elizabeth Lord. Eliana Jordan Lorenzo. Tess Lozar. Sawyer Paul Lucas. David Pierce Lusk. John Michael Ludi. Stephen Lee. Abby Elizabeth Lynch. Samantha Marie McKay. Nicholas James McGee. Austin James Malley. Nicholas Lee Manholland. Gabriella Manzari. Elena Rose Marino. Luke Walter Markowski. Lillian Morgan Morose. Brian Roman Moshuk. Nicholas John Masella. Brooke Elizabeth Matthews. Matthias Mergen Maxwell. Jules Elizabeth May. Ian Joseph McChesney. Jacob David McConaughey. Gavin John McHugh. Brendan Wayne McCullough. Connor Joseph McElhaney. Declan Kevin McMahon. Sloan Violet McNary. Brady Patrick McRoberts. Ryder William Mertens. Hannah Lee Metzinger. Emma Victoria Mihok. Anthony Alexander Mikhailowski. Roman Charles Mullaney. Lauren Alexandra Miller. Alexander Stephen Milliken. Matthew Robert Milliken. Zachary Alfred Molk. Addison Grace Moorhead. Nicholas Christos Morales. Brendan Tyler Moran. Nevaeh Isabella Morris. Abigail Elizabeth Mountain. Rachel Claire Muehlbauer. Ryan Daniel Myers.
Jackson Burns Natilli. Dylan Michael Nelson. Layla Grace Niazi. Vienna Marie Nolan. Colin Michael O'Brien. Kelly James O'Connor. Abigail Rose O'Corn. Quinn Ortega O'Neill. Britton Taylor Oglesby. Riley James Olkowski. Mark Andrew Olmo. Graydon Henry Olson. Brooke Elizabeth Offerman. Kennedy Ann Palick. Dominic James Parise. McKenna Marie Parker. Ryan Joseph Pastor. Jacob Stephen Petro. Anthony James Phillips. Tess Elizabeth Phillips. Dante Valentino P. Acquadio. Alexis Ann Perosco. Shay Jordan Plant. Theodore Andrew Platt. Alexa Bliss Plummer. William Trent Pogachnik. Madison Lee Ponce. Alan Michael Price. Samuel Thomas Prokopchak. Mario Pasquale Pusateri. Emma Grace Raphael. Hannah Marie Wrights. Olivia May Repsher. Christopher Resk. Paige Gabriella Ricchetti. Avery Grace Ridings. Ava Elizabeth Rieger. Macy Lee Ringer. Kobe Jake Ringwald. Hallie Marie Rist. Jesse Colton Roberts. Lily Isabella Roop. London Evelyn Rutherford. Gabrielle Lynn Sadowski. Zoe Malou Sanchez. Lauren Cristiano Sarniak. Kylie Elizabeth Sachs. Julia Rose Scarton. Noah Walter Schratz. Mason Alexander Schultz. Eva Lorraine Skoulos. Christina Lee Seifer. Christopher Andrew Severns. Emma Catherine Shadle. Landon Michael Schaefer. Juliana Elizabeth Signorelli. Samantha Frances Zimmerman. Vaughn Anthony Simone. Eli Walsh Skokostol. James Arthur Scrupa.
Benjamin Jeremy Small. Emily Twyla Smith. Cecile Marie Lucy Snyder. Isabella Rose Spurgell. Jackson Ian Spiteri. Lucas August Stabelski. Griffin Cash Stroud. Stephen George Suchko. Elizabeth Carson Syverson. Jameson Claire Tannehill. Ethan Richard Terza. Sophia Rose Trapanato. Grace Irene Trax. Trevor Albert Urbanik. Scarlett Grace Valley. William Paul Vasilko. Aubrey Catherine Vesely. Kylie Catherine Voller. Anthony James Wagstaff. Samantha Elizabeth Walter. Elena Rose Wasilewski. Aiden Christopher Weiss. Arabella Emiria Weller. Nicholas Claire Wetzel. William John Weibel. Elizabeth Avery Wilcox. Colby Paul Wilding. Evan Benjamin Williams. Lucas Richard Williamson. Abigail Elizabeth Woods. Richard Charles Woods. Stephen Shia. Francesca Marie Zampetti. Rachel Carmelina Zeisloft. Chloe Marie Zervos. Serena Shining Zhu. Jacob Daniel Ziegler. Matthew David Zimmer. Ella Ann Zerngobel.
Good evening, families and my fellow graduates. My name is Brady McRoberts, Vice President of the senior class. I'm headed to Clemson University in the fall. Tonight, I have the honor of leading my classmates through the turning of the tassels. The turning of the tassel is a symbol of our graduation. This is the time when we come together as a class as a moment of closure of our high school experience and a new beginning for what comes next. It is a moment to reflect on all our achievements and successes that have brought us here today. Let us also remember those who have helped us get to this position and have been a part of our 4-year journey. Classmates, please join me and let us turn our tassels together from right to left to signify our passage from high school into adulthood. Congratulations, class of 2023. We did it. We have one more step to officially graduate. I would now like to welcome back to the lectern our superintendent, Dr. French, as she will certify us as graduates from Peters Township High School.
Now, with the authority vested in me by the Secretary of Education of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I pronounce the class of 2023 for the Peters Township High School graduated. Graduates, you may now celebrate.
This concludes our 2023 commencement ceremony. Thank you for celebrating with us, and best of luck to our 2023 PT alumni. Families are welcome to join your graduates on the field.
It's a lot of fun.